Namaste, my friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can let go of that will help raise your frequency and vibration in 2018. As I often explain, the process of raising our frequency, it's more about letting go of what's causing it to not be at its potential. Because you as a soul, you have a very high frequency, but you've chosen to sort of densify yourself in this earth realm, and we've accumulated much baggage essentially that has weighed down and lowered our vibration. So to raise our vibration, it's nothing you have to really work at like a workout or learn or acquire. It's discover what's keeping it down. And I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can become consciously aware of that you can choose to let go of as best you can. It's a process, but you can start that journey. And that's the fastest way you can go about raising your vibration. Number 1 is self-limiting beliefs. And this could be something on a grander scale, like there's a dream I have, but... And as a wise person once said, anything past but is bullshit. But it's reason why I can't do that. Self-limiting belief. I'd like to fly airplanes for a living, but I'm too old. I'm not in shape. My back hurts when I sit too long. Whatever. Those are self-limiting beliefs. Because if we are to expand and kind of open up our mind, all of the reasons we have for not being this person we want to be, there are ways around. But we close ourselves off to it, keeping our vibration low. We're not a match to that dream version of ourselves with self-limiting beliefs. On a smaller scale, it could be something very simple. Let me find this for you real quick. My kids are always revealing to me my own self-limiting beliefs, even in common situations. So here's a little nifty gift I got for Christmas from my wife. It's something, I strapped this to my head basically, right? And there's a bungee string, and the ball bounces back, and I shadow box, and I work on my focus. And my daughter was playing with it. She kind of like wrapped it around here and shortened it, and she was trying to like elbow it. And it's very hard. I was gonna like show you guys a demonstration of me doing it, but I suck so bad because it is pretty hard. I'm not gonna go there. But she was trying to elbow this tennis ball, and I was like, Maya, you're not gonna be able to elbow that thing. Don't even bother. And she looked at me like, watch me, buddy. I swear to you, 20 minutes later, I come in the room, and she's got it rigged to where she's timed it, where she would elbow it, it would go around, bounce off her back, bounce right back, and just, she's like, no, I can do that. So we can very easily just real simply limit ourselves, even in common situations. But that to me was an example of how automatic it is to limit my possibilities, and now my daughter. So I'm really glad that she showed that to me. So it was a powerful lesson. In fact, I told her I'd be sharing it, and she's been begging me to do it. So I wanted to share that with you guys as a funny example. Number 2 is guilt. Guilt oftentimes stems from the unrealistic expectations we place upon ourselves, all just created and fabricated in the mind. But guilt is just about one of the most stifling, restrictive, heavy, vibration-lowering energies and states of being we could possibly embody. It's very difficult to be happy, to advance ourselves spiritually or just in life in general when we feel guilty. Guilt can create unworthiness and just a horrible, a really toxic and sad and self-destructive and self-sabotaging state of being. But why do we do it? Why are we so guilty all the time? I know I feel guilty all the time for reasons that make no sense. It's my parents were kind of very always feeling guilty, and I kind of absorb the habit of being guilty. So I'm feeling guilty all the time for stupid reasons that don't even make sense. But that energy of guilt is a very low vibrational state of being, awesome ideas and divine inspirations, and anything connected to us living our best life and reaching our greatest potential is completely blocked when we're in a guilty state of being. So let go of the guilt. However, you can go about doing that. Oftentimes what I do is simply, well, fortunately, I and a lot of times you guys will have examples that will kind of let you know you're being guilty. For me, it's like my family, my wife, or my friends. I can tell that they can perceive when I'm in sort of an off tune state of being, feeling guilty, and they'll either say something or I'll give me a look where it'll become brought to my attention. But once I become aware essentially that I'm feeling guilty, essentially lowering my vibration, reducing my potential, making myself unhappy, I give myself a conscious pep talk where I'm like, okay, Vic, you said you're going to do this every single day, and you didn't. So what? You suck at life? You're a horrible person? Does that make you a bad father or a bad husband, or that you're useless? No. But sometimes that guilt can have us talking to ourselves in that way, and then a person who thinks that of themselves, they don't even try anything. And then we stay and we linger in this horrible state of being. But what can oftentimes lift me out of it is by like bringing that to light, bringing the unbalanced way of defining myself based on maybe one simple indiscretion or lack of following through on something I said, prior. It makes no sense. It's not grounds for all the craziness that can go on in my head and in my body. So just in like saying, hey Vic, that's pretty crazy to expect that of yourself. Why don't you lighten up? Would you have that intolerance for your friends or your family? No. So anyway, I just do this in my head. Sometimes I'll actually verbalize it out loud. I just talk to myself. I call it a conscious pep talk. And it can be very valuable. It sheds light, it sheds logic on the illogical conclusion to feel guilty over many times something very small. So if you want to rev high, become aware initially when you're feeling unnecessarily guilty, and then do whatever works for you to snap yourself out of it. Again, what works for me is the conscious pep talks. Number 3 is to let go, and this is a paradox, it can be kind of confusing, but let go of control. What I mean by that is stay incredibly flexible. We oftentimes hear, whatever you want to manifest in your life, put it out there and let it go. But that doesn't really work. You have to kind of do stuff most of the time to get what you want. But then there's a fine line. It's not just letting go and waiting for your $1 million to come to you in the mail randomly. Doesn't really work for most people. And it's not about forcing and trudging and like a cerebral approach. It's like a dance. It's a matter of taking inspired action when necessary without expectation, not drawing all these conclusions of what it implies and how it's going to work out and how this is going to fit in. It's just you kind of blindly follow the nudges of your spirit, but be very flexible because spirit works in very, very sometimes confusing and mysterious ways, and oftentimes you'll be doing something that on all levels you could say this must mean this, it must imply this, it must be connected to this, but many times it's not. There's something else. And then we're trying to control it. We're making all these assumptions and have these preconceived notions. We stop the flow. We lower our vibration. We don't continue to raise. Because as we move forward towards our dreams, towards our ideal self, we're raising and raising and raising our frequency. But again, we stop ourselves because we think we need to control everything. It's a bad habit that most of us have. But the energy is speeding up so fast. Your higher self, your soul, is really coming on board now and saying, listen, we're going to live this kick-ass life that you've been like waiting on, and we're going to get to it right now. But you got to just let go and trust us because you don't see the whole picture and you're trying to micromanage everything and it's driving yourself nuts and you're stifling your progress time and time and time again. So letting go at the appropriate time is very, very raising. It'll help you raise your frequency. Anyways, my friends, I hope you enjoyed that video. I do want to give you a reminder, this is the last day. I've been mentioning in my videos and to my email list that I have a new coaching program called Awakening Together that's available. And right now I'm giving a discount, but it ends January 5th, which should be today. I'm shooting this a couple days prior. But if you guys have been wanting to work with me and have me in your corner helping you with some of the challenges of the awakening beyond the scope of this YouTube channel, this is a perfect and really inexpensive way. So I'll leave a link down below as I always do, and you can check that out. Again, there's the sale for this is ending today. Just want to kind of let you guys know that's available. And right now there's a discount, okay? But nonetheless, have an amazing day. Good luck on your pursuits here in 2018. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your love and your support and your kindness and everything you guys are always expressing towards me. I feel it and I appreciate it. And I wish you all well on your path. Have a good one. I think I said that already. Namaste.